Okay, today, now what we're going to do is we're going to add some audio to our scene and um, in the form of music. So let's get the audio files from Canvas. They're located in the Files section under Hallway Music.zip. You'll just unpack that. There'll be 3 MP3 files in there. Or if you go to the calendar entry for today, which is May 25th, 2018, under Titles, Music, and Finishing, there will be a link to the hallwaymusic.zip. Okay, so unpack that, move it onto your external hard drive, into your hallway project, inside your assets, inside audio, and you could separate your audio into music, VO, sound effects, all that stuff, but this is it for us. Now, I'm going to import this into Premiere as a bin. So I can either use my Command I to bring up my import dialog box, but because I've already got this open in Finder, I'm going to go ahead and just drag this down into my project panel, let go, and it brought those 3 in as an audio file. So now when I double click on any audio file in Premiere, it'll open it up in the source panel as a waveform. So we can, if we were to zoom in, these would start to like wave up and down like this, and it'd be easier to see. But if I hit spacebar, I can preview it. So I've got 2 happy songs and kind of a sad song right now. I'm going to go ahead and drop this into the timeline, the Happy Groovy Power, and I'm going to drop it down on a track that's below all the other audio tracks in my timeline, just to make sure I don't place it over the top of important dialogue that I don't want to destroy. Now let's play it and just see what it sounds like. Hear what it sounds like. Okay. Now we put these titles on the timeline, without any music, and we added cross dissolves to the beginning and end of the titles. Do you guys like that?
Is there a right answer to this question?
There's not a wrong answer. I'm talking about personal taste. We've got a catchy beat. We got dun dun dun. We got this really steady beat, and we've got titles that are cross fading in and out, at their own leisure. So if you wanted to, you could have those pop in and out motivated by the music. So let me, and then one thing I'm thinking about right now is when the video should come in. So let me listen to it real quick. So when that organ and stuff comes in and the drums, I think that might be a good time for the video to pop in. Okay, so now we're going to start motivating our edit based on the music. So in order to do that, I want to expand the audio just a little bit so I can see these beats. And I can see right here that right here is where that organ comes in. So while I don't have any other things that are cut to the music, let's put the music on that place of the music on where our video comes in. Okay, so we have some motivation there. Next, what I'm going to do is just see if I can magically have these titles work with the music right away. Okay, so that was kind of lucky. Now, I could really just extend these out so that they take up this entire space, have the titles come on longer. Okay. We could even take off the end transition for each of them, trim this back so they just pop out. They fade in, but then they pop out. Okay. None of those are wrong. It's just playing with the cut based on the snappiness of the music. And now that we kind of have that done, we can, hit Command A to select everything, drag it over here, and lock it all up to the beginning of the timeline so that it all starts right at the beginning. Or what a lot of editors will do is they'll start it at 2 seconds. And then you just have, a little bit of time for the video to play before it actually starts. Okay, so it's really just, it all depends on how you want to do it. So now let's yell at me when you think the music should either fade down or fade away, okay? So, at the very least, we need to fade it down a little bit by there, right?
Wish we had a record scratch.
Yeah. Well, what does the end of the music sound like? It just fades away, right?
Yeah.
We gotta do something. Use the cymbal crash for the hit. Okay, I might need to adjust a couple of these cuts so that we can try to do that. Did you guys notice the fluke that when he jumps, there's like kind of a change in the music? Ha!
I planned that.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I do want to have probably do another title right here. Just kidding. Teacher Scoot. All right. So let me go up to my graphics panel here, edit this title to be some smaller text here. Capitalize that. Maybe. It depends on whether you want to use title case or not. Anyway. Yeah. All right, so let's try to get some editing done here. All right, I want to shorten this clip so that you hear the da 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 cut. Okay, so cut. So let me just go down and make sure I'm on a beat. See, I actually missed it. So that's where it's happening. I've also found that people's ears are faster than their eyes. So if you have a beat that you want to make a cut on, see how this, I hope you can see what I'm talking about. This little peak right here, that's the beat. That's the bass drum hitting down. So it's creating that peak right there. The frame is spanning this distance right here, which isn't exactly, it's pretty darn close. But if the beat were splitting that, I would do the video cut on the half that's before the beat instead of the half that's after, because people's ears will hear it faster than their eyes will see it. So a cut that's half a frame early will appear on time, whereas a cut half a frame late will look late. Science by teacher Scott. It's just kind of what that's what I feel. So anyway, now here's a little thing about cutting to music. If I trim this back, I can ripple edit this to go backward. And because the audio clip is starting before this edit point that I'm making, I can ripple this back and have everything pull back and stay snug. Okay. If I use a different method like trimming it, then selecting everything from here over using the track select tool, it will include the audio because there is a portion of the audio clip under that. So if I drag it this way, I just threw the timing of the audio off for the entire beginning of the scene.
Could you
Okay.
unlink the audio from it and avoid that?
Well, the audio is not linked to anything because it's just a music track
Okay.
right now. So if I wanted to use that method, I could lock this track that the music is on. Okay. Then I could zoom in, do the trim thing, hit A, grab everything from there over, and snug it back. Okay. And it won't move the audio because I locked that track, which means that audio is staying right where it is no matter what I do. Okay. So that's where the benefit of being able to lock and unlock tracks comes in. Okay, so now I want this collision to happen on here. So they're hitting here on this frame, but the cymbal crash is happening on this frame. So let's see what happens if I just ripple edit the beginning of this clip out so that we just see this just a little bit longer. Or we could do it to this one, but no. Let's go like this. How many frames is that? I don't know. All right. Now let's do some music editing, because we could come down here, grab this cymbal crash. Oh, actually we could maybe roll our cut back and have it happen even later. I don't know. Okay, let's use this one. See if it happens. Okay, there it is right there. Now here's something pretty cool about audio, is you can actually edit audio on the subframe level, because when you have your video, it's in units of frames, right? Which is, you know, 1/24th of a second in this case. But audio, the audio cut, the beat is happening at a half frame. So the way you can edit audio at the subframe level is to change your time code. I'll do that here in just a second. So let's place a cut on here right about where that cymbal crashes again. So I've got a cymbal crash right here that I put a cut on, and then I've got a cymbal crash all the way at the end that I've put another cut on. So I'm going to delete all this music in between and slide this clip over here. But I need these to line up with each other. Okay, didn't sound good, right? So let's zoom in here. Maybe even expand this down a little bit more so I can see these waveforms even bigger. Here's a cymbal crash, and here's a cymbal crash. And right now, if I trim this, it's going in like big increments. So if I go up to my time code up here and right click on this, oh, sorry, I told you wrong. This little drop down menu next to my tab, if I click on that, if I show audio time units, look at all those decimal points I get now. So now I can get right in here. It's like, see how close I can get now?
Sounds terrible.
Yeah. But with those audio time units, I can now trim this audio track. Oh my gosh, I zoomed in so much. I can now trim this audio track so that that will land directly on that cymbal cut or cymbal crash, and put this one back to right on that cymbal crash, and now butt them up against one another. And now if I go back to my frames, turn off audio time units, it's almost on a frame, but let's pretend it was on like a half of a frame. Okay, now just to add a little bit more finesse to this cut, I'm going to use my pen tool and just turn this down and add a Bezier to that.
Excuse me?
Why are you standing there?
What's wrong with you?
What are
What do you mean? I'm standing there. Why would you
You
bump
are
into
right in
me?
the way of everybody.
That's your fault.
Wait, don't I know you?
Wait. Okay. So
Sorry, it was not love.
what's the storytelling you want to do here though? Like, you know, it's the that's not what I'm going to do.
No, I don't think so.
Don't I know you? Yeah.
From somewhere.
Oh yeah, African Safari 2009.
Yeah,
How you doing?
Good, yeah. Do you remember how drunk my dad got?
No, but do you remember that rhino that gave birth next to us?
Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I do. That was not good. Not okay. It was gross.
All right,
Stinky.
see you, Doug.
Thing was huge. It was awful. I just didn't know. No.
All right. Happy ukulele, maybe? I don't know. Let's see what we can do with it. For this one, I'm going to turn it down because I don't want it to compete with the volume of their scene. So I'm going to just turn that down to there.
Remember that rhino that gave birth next to us?
Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I do. That was not good. Not okay. It was gross.
All right,
Stinky.
see you, Doug.
Thing was huge. It was awful. I just didn't know. No. Don't want to think about it. It was gross. Not okay. It was nasty.
Okay, here's something we could do too. I could fade this video out. So if I Alt drag this video, hit Command D to add the default transition, make that transition happen a lot longer. Then as the music's fading in and he fades out, we still hear him a little bit in the background wailing and complaining about it. So one other thing I might want to do here is wait till he goes to really fade in the music track. Cute. It's darling. So darling. When do we have this track start though? That's the question.
I think it's funny to have it start
No,
right
I
when he
don't think so.
remembers.
Right, when he remembers her?
No, he remembers the rhino. Like,
Oh.
She asked about the rhino.
that rhino that gave birth next to us?
Yes, I do.
So I might,
So maybe
like, right after the
give it a
question.
few seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that.
Rhino that gave birth next to us?
Yes, I do. Fortunately, I do. That was not good. Not okay. It was gross.
Alright,
Stinky.
see you, Doug.
It was huge.
Now I might need to change the timing of these keyframes. Yeah, see, he's going there. So let's fade it in here. Try that.
Not okay. It is nasty.
Okay. Fun scene? No fun?
So
Oh, I thought you said no fun. Okay, you know what? You're entitled to your opinion. I love it. All right, so I'm going to add the default audio transition to the end of this one so that I can just have it fade out. All right, yay. Okay, I almost have a scene. Only thing I really was talking about last time is I would maybe want to change this cut.
Not good. Not okay. It was gross.
Alright,
Stinky.
see you, Doug.
It was huge. It was awful.
Because that's kind of a jump cut because it's on her and then it goes white on her.
Not good. Not okay. It was gross.
Alright,
Stinky.
see you, Doug.
It was
Disable that one. See what this looks like.
not good. Not okay. It was gross.
Alright,
Stinky.
see you, Doug.
It was huge. It was gross.
Alright,
Stinky.
see you, Doug.
It was huge. It was awful. I just think, no. I don't want to think about it. It was gross. Not okay. It was nasty.
I'm going to do a faster fade out. And then closing credits. The reason why I keep duplicating these credits at the beginning is because once I've done one and established a font, a color, an outline, a drop shadow, all that stuff, it's much easier to just duplicate that, change the text, than have to recreate a new title from scratch every time. Because then they'll match styles, right? If you just duplicate it and just change the text. So that's why I keep doing that. Thanks for watching. All right. You could do another title over here or something, you know, shot by the, a couple extra titles, shot by the class, brought to you by Nabisco. I don't know. So that I would still have some more tidying up to do. Oh, let's talk about one more thing when it comes to transitions. If I put a transition right here, what would that say about this cut? What does it tell you? Or what does it say to you as an audience? Okay, you nailed it. Some time went by. Okay. This isn't necessarily the time I would use a cross dissolve, but let's say he were coming in from outside of the building and we see him walking toward the building and then we do a cross dissolve to him coming down the stairs. that would connect. Oh, he's gone some distance. That's kind of what a cross dissolve would do. It denotes a passage of time usually. In this case, the passage of time is like 1 second longer than the transition is itself, so not really necessary here, but I just wanted to mention that so that in the future when you do use cross dissolves, you can use them to show that some time is passing. All right. When you call your scene, when you feel like your scene is done, follow the directions on Mondays for exporting video and color correcting to create an exported video to upload to Canvas to submit tonight. Okay, and then your assignment's done. You know what I should do though?
I completely agree.
That way you have something to do on Monday and to turn in on Monday since we don't have class.
We don't have class all next week.
Right. Also,
So we're
let's move this down
starting-
here.
we're starting a commercial.
Yeah.
So
Well, we can start the commercial right now. It's 7. It would be like, let me stop this recording. But yeah, thanks everybody. Bye-bye.